We gotta go now.
Hit that sail. Go mend the hull. How bad's below deck?
It's not great.
So Mizr, as soon as it goes silent, is going to run to the edge to see if there's any crew members at all in the water that can be saved.
You see nothing.
All right.
It is silent and still.
He will keep eyes peeled and then wait at the edge of the boat.
I'm going to jump up where I have a good vantage on the last remaining sail and gust of wind.
Okay.
As you see a kraken come up out of the water where the boat just was.
You see Jorell do some air bending up front.
So you go for the gust of wind. Jack's already jumped back up to the wheel. He sees you go for the sea. He's like, "Oh God, here we go! Everyone, brace yourselves!"
And the mast breaks under the stress.
Damn it.
Yeah, at this point, it goes through Jack's mind like, I don't know if the one sail can handle it's worth it. It's worth the risk. It's worth the risk.
I don't care.
Do it.
Boom. Gust of wind.
So there was already, as the fog and the weather had broken right before the tentacles popped, you'd already seen a hint of land off on the horizon. So now you are rapidly approaching the island as it slowly grows on the horizon, and you approach. The crew is below deck trying to deal with the stressed ship that is taking on water, but they seem to be managing it. I also assume that the two of you are going to go down and assist
Help
with
mending.
any...
Yeah, once my gust of wind for a minute of us just...
Yeah. So between the crew's work and your magical assistance, you are able to at least keep the ship afloat for now while it's speedboating through the water. The best it can with one sail. Put the gust of wind spell going. And...
If we have time, I'd like to actually cast Prayer of Healing.
Yes, absolutely.
So that is 2d8 plus 4 healing for up to 6 creatures, so that can be all 4 of us, plus Jack got hurt too.
Okay.
So that is 11 hit points healed.
That'll pretty much help everyone.
And I'm back to full health. Anybody else need healing?
I'm down 11, but that's not really needing healing.
Healing word. That's a super cock die. Can I add the 3 and the 1 together? It's a D4. I mean, that doesn't happen. 10 points more of healing for you.
I am very happy now.
I feel happy.
If not a little slimy. Not every day you get bukkake by a kraken. I'm all gooey.
So, fast forwarding a couple hours. I mean, you saw the island in the distance, but it still took a little bit of time to close the gap. Not to mention the fact that after the gust of wind spell kind of simmered down, you're running on one sail, and it's actually very still. Like there's not a lot of wind here. Jack approaches the 4 of you. I have very mixed feelings about the 4 of you. Part of me wants to hang out with you every day. The other part of me hopes I never ever see any of you ever again.
Huh. Had we not decided to go to Dino Island, then this wouldn't have happened to your ship.
Yes. Did you just say Dino Island?
Oh, yes. That's apparently what drew everybody else here. See, I was voting for a trip to the Feywild. If you go to the Feywild, it's a wonderful place. But, no. Democracy ruled today, and we all came to Dino Island, so... Actually, kind of go stand next to Jack. I'm kind of on your side with this one.
Yeah. So, we're gonna be... when we get there...
As the island is close enough and we're safe from the kraken, Mizr is super excited. Right at the edge, trying to look for dinosaurs.
At this point, you're almost like they're about to put down anchor. You know what I mean? Like offshore.
Well, before the anchor hits, Mizr hits the water and starts swimming toward the island. Kind of deal.
He's got the bag and his
exactly.
polar bear swimming.
Yep, exactly.
I haven't slept in a day and a half.
Dinosaurs.
Oh, Mizr. Target audience.
Overly
You can
excitable
sleep
bears.
on land.
Childlike mentality? Well, okay, so yeah, they're about to drop anchor and Mizr's off the side of the ship.
Come on, guys!
Bag of armor in mouth, swimming towards the shore.
I only dog paddle.
Jack is looking at the remaining 3 of the party.
How's the rest of the ship? Like,
it still needs a lot of work. We're going to be here for a while, so I'm not particularly thrilled about this situation. I was hoping to drop and go. Especially the fact that, like, I don't want to give the stuff that we just went through a chance to, to recuperate. So I have to go through that again. I was hoping to just U-turn this bitch and woo!
Jorell's like, yep, see ya.
What? So, yeah. This is awesome.
Jorell jumps in the water, turns into a fish. Did you know he could do that?
Mr. looks behind and sees the shark fin. Start swimming a little bit faster. And good druids play bad jokes.
are there any? Did the other 2 masts basically get torn off into the?
One of them was lost into the water. One of them was actually like on the deck and caused some more damage when it dropped. But they have it to work with, so. And he's not even going to worry about trying to rebuild the 3rd one. He's just going to try to make do with 2 once he gets that other one up somehow. But yeah, there was with the crew that was below deck and the one that you saved by throwing basically below deck. There's still like a half dozen crew members. So you guys do whatever you got to do, and we're going to try to get this thing up and running. And if you're lucky, maybe you'll be done before we go. And if you're not, then like Osel is on you, don't get any on you.
Oh, well, I mean, if that's the case, then I was going to stay and help expedite your recovery, but if...
Well, I would not say no to that, but at the same time, I would feel a little bit like a jerk leaving without you guys, but I'm not going to wait any longer than I have to. So...
Mizr, once he hits the beach, is not going to go any further. We'll sit and wait patiently.
Yeah, he just sits on
For
the
the
beach and
party.
stares out at the water.
How about this?
Is anyone else coming?
Once you get the mast resettled, we'll come back and we'll mend it completely. So therefore,
Okay.
you'll have a completely solid mast.
And you have to wait for us.
Do you have a skiff or a landing craft that we can use?
Yes. So they dropped the skiff.
What was used to be the railing, we just nailed together and made a little raft.
There you go,
for
raft.
Hollow out the spare mast into a canoe.
We had a skiff.
We could hollow out a tentacle into a canoe.
And as soon as Mizr sees other people coming, however long it takes, that's when he'll start putting his armor back on.
I gotcha.
So everybody's like, Lord, I was like, wouldn't it be wiser to, take a rest on the boat?
Absolutely.
I would love to, but I was kind of ignored when I brought that up.
It's between you 4.
3.
Well, 3 now.
Mizr has made his bed and he will now sleep in it. His sandy bed.
Mizr winds up sitting on the beach, staring at the boat through the rest of the day, through the night to the next morning.
Just a
The
scene
sun
of
comes
the
up, he's
sun-
just still
the
sitting there.
tail still wagging.
Exactly.
Yeah, like a happy dog. Just... Food?
Yeah, that'd be Jorell's first thought. Be like, wisdom dictates that we should probably stay on the boat for a rest.
So you guys are going to take a short rest, a long rest on the boat?
Hold up some flags, Mizr.
Start a fire, smoke signals. Why'd you start a fire on the ship? I don't know.
Mending.
Wasn't me this time.
Wait, what?
They still don't know. Oh yeah, that reminds us. We need to find out who started that fire.
What fire?
So you guys gonna take a long rest on the ship, or you want to take a short rest?
I would prefer a long rest.
I would prefer a long rest.
Yeah, especially after Tristan's coming. Like, I've been up for a day and a half.
Yeah.
I had tie.
That's what happens when you're trying to molest your gauntlets.
Well, no, because we were going to turn in for the night, and then we got the hole punched in the ship, and then we were searching the ship, and then we had to deal with the prisoners, and then the fire, then the other prisoner, then we had. I don't think you were around.
I don't remember.
I don't think you were around for it. It's fine if you don't know what we're talking about.
You were catching the elf at the time.
Yeah.
Then the other prisoner, then the kraken attacks, then we get away, then we sail, and it's just like we've just been go, 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 go. I am ready to crash.
Mizr, once he realizes that they're not coming, will realize that this is going to be pretty much their new home and thinks the base of operation would be great, so starts building some kind of a shelter the best he can. And that's where he'll use a lot of his energies and efforts.
All right, roll a survival skill.
14.
Survival. Okay, so you start making some makeshift shelters.
Survivor Man.
That's right.
Dino Island.
Because we'll need a base
He walks
camp.
up off the shore into the tree line, tears down a tree, starts dragging it back towards the
It's
shore. a
like
little
my
bit.
plans also involved I was going to switch out for tongues so we can interrogate the prisoners, and I just needed to do a long rest, so I figured that was coming up.
Prisoner.
What prisoners? Oh yeah.
We have the elf and the Sahagin.
The elf was released.
You did what?
Oh yeah, you're not privy to that information yet, are you? She must have gotten loose during the attack from the kraken. Okay, so you successfully have a long rest. Anyone that needs to switch out or wants to switch out spells?
Oh, Raglatona. It is our daily chat time.
What?
So if you had the option to live inside the guts of a kraken for the rest of eternity or spend time with me, which would you prefer?
Oh god, let me think about it.
Now, if you had...
Silence.
Tell me this. If you had just one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you've always wanted.
Spaghetti, 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 spaghetti. I suppose, and this is close. You?
Well, you're welcome.
Mostly just for the sightseeing.
You're welcome, old chum. Believe me, the belly of a kraken is not a place that any sentient being would like to spend time. So,
At least I'd have plenty of time to myself to think. And watch things digest and
The
decompose.
belly of the kraken's pretty bad.
so
but
you
what
do
comes
like to take
afterwards
time to
that's
think,
really
okay? Well,
horrific.
I'll remember that for tomorrow night.
Oh, I look forward to it.
Me too. Good night, Ring.
I said sarcastically.
Back on my hammock.
Tristan's routine is thrown off because normally he tortures his before he goes to sleep, but he already burned all his spell slots torturing it like a day ago.
Because we were going to bed for the
He's already
night.
going to go to bed for the night. Exactly. They were interrupted my routine. I'm not going to be able to get an ounce of sleep. Anyone else have anything they'd like to do before nap time? Where were we? You were
Survivor Man.
Survivor
Mizr
Man.
builds a shelter.
Mizr built a shelter. You guys are all going to sleep.
Finish a long rest.
Finish your long rest. Yes.
Don't need to interrogate the prisoner. I don't need to do tongues. I was going to swap out for create water, but if we're not going to be on the boat, apparently we don't need that.
What? You don't know that we don't have prisoners?
You mean
remember?
control water? Not create water, right? You meant control water, right? Not create water.
Create and destroy water.
Oh, create, destroy water. Okay.
I was thinking of tagging out for that because the fire last time.
Yeah. Because that's a normal occurrence.
Seriously happened for who knows?
We don't know why it happened
I
yet.
don't know why it happened.
And that's why he needs to be prepared. Because if it happened once, it could happen again. There could be saboteurs on the ship and they don't know.
Yeah.
Neriah's breaking. She's breaking!
Well, I clearly can't give up remove curse.
Then That's needed on a daily basis, usually multiple times a day. I'm just curious if Neriah is going to be able to keep this secret for, like, forever.
What?
What secret? I feel like it will come out eventually. I'm just curious, like, the timing.
She'll like blurt it out like.
Well, I feel like it's going to be one of those things, like, you'll forget that everyone doesn't know, and, like, 3 or 4, like, game days later, it'll just be, like, one of those, like, yeah, so, like, when I was catching the elf after I accidentally set the room on fire, wait, what?
Be some kind of zone of truth that we won't know is around.
I do think I am going to swap out one spell, though. I'm swapping out Augury for Divination.
There you go.
Find out why.
Because we hate the DM. Hey, God, you have to give me an honest answer about this.
Yeah, but it can be as cryptic as he wants it to be.
And then you get mind fucked. And it's all over.
You didn't even divination anything. You just... Don't worry me.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it. I'm not the one who decided that while being actively hunted by assassins, we should all get, like, plastered drunk, passing out, like, that was not my decision.
Seems like a
He's
new
been
choice.
saying nothing about us getting hunted. It's after the king.
Alright, so you all get a whole full rest. You have your spells.
Woohoo!
Mizr, you are up.
And
Huzzah.
not eaten by dinosaurs in the night.
Yeah. Lucky you.
Did I hear any roars or anything? Because I wouldn't be scared of that.
Oh yeah,
It would
no,
be
you
so
heard all
exciting.
kinds. Yeah, I mean, I just assumed that Mizr would have been like, "Oh, this is awesome." Like you didn't get a lot of sleep, but not because you were scared, because you were like, "Oh my God, we're going to the zoo tomorrow."
I'll try to find the best way to like enter the island, so when they get there, I'm long term. I've been here for like months. I already know we want to go in right there. There's a great path for
You
us.
guys slept last night. I didn't. Did you want to work on any more survival, or you wanted to
Oh
look
yeah,
for
I'll have
like
a fire,
path or whatever?
fire ready for them if I can by when they get there.
Okay, yeah,
I will
so-
try to find a way that we're gonna want to go in.
Roll a survival check for any more work on your little base camp.
Base camp work will be another 14.
Okay, and then roll a survival check for
Find
finding
the best
a-
way in.
the best route.
A 9.
He found
There's an old riverbed that could
a
work.
route.
That's right, a route.
A route was found. Best question mark.
I don't know if there's any coconuts or anything, but since that's probably all there is to eat, I'll try to do my best at finding something.
You want to find something to eat?
on.
That's another survival check.
all the stuff. Oh, hey, look at that. 20 for that one.
You find some food.
Coconuts everywhere. You guys show up and there's like hundreds of coconuts.
He shows up and he's got coconuts, limes.
That's right. Exactly.
Lime into coconut? Coconut and lime?
You just see tons of half coconuts everywhere. Mizr.
He's got
We
coconut
show up
like
on the
all around
island
his
and
ball.
Mizr's voice has entirely changed. Rocky, there's a big dinosaur just around the way here.
Watch how I walk up and touch it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, that's the most dangerous dinosaur there ever was. It could bite your hand off in a fraction of a second. I'm gonna go poke it with a stick.
Oh, see how close
I'm going to ride it.
That's more like it.
That's right.
Do you all make your way to the shore to meet your friend Mizr,
You see Mizr
who has bravely survived the shores on his own during the night?
busily working on.
I
base
would
camp.
like to, before I leave the ship, I would like to climb up into the remaining, up onto the remaining mast, if the crows, especially if there's a crow's nest up there, and I want to actually get a bird's eye view of the island, or as much of a bird's eye view as I can.
Okay.
I want to see if there's any place that potentially stands out where someone would be residing.
Make a perception check for me.
Over the top of the treetops, you appear
I
to see
totally
what seems
forgot why
to
we
look like
went to
the
the
Eiffel Tower.
14.
14, you
You mean
said?
it's not just for dinosaurs?
I just totally forgot.
We're just here to sightsee. So yeah, I mean, it's a very thick, jungly canopy. What does kind of stand out, what does catch your eye a little bit, is in the center of the island, where you notice the island raises.
See
There's a
the
very
gates.
clear, the topography is very clearly like ascends to like a kind of like a large hill towards the center. Seems to be can't think of the
Mesa Plateau.
yes, yeah. But what catches your eyes, what isn't overtly obvious, is you see this stands out especially to you because it's not a natural formation, but you see like the very tippy top of what almost looks like a pyramid head, just barely sticking out of the canopy towards the center, right next to the mountain that pokes out a little bit. So you see like a natural formation of a mountain that just kind of barely pokes out over the. Again, it's like the canopy raises. But eventually there's a mountain peak that peaks out a little bit. And then right next to it is what appears to be a man-made structure. Again, just a very tip. But it's too sharp and too three-sided perfect to be a natural formation.
All right, so I'll come whizzing down. And like, I know where we're going. No.
I had the image of like you're looking and there's the mountain peeking up over the canopy. You look at the mountain and you see a velociraptor there. Well, I know where we're going. Just from like 10 miles away.
Do you have the survival skill?
Oh, yes.
Okay, yeah, roll that for me.
Again, 14.
Okay. You're going to estimate it's about to the center, approximately from the shore. It's going to be approximately 40 miles to the center.
Whoa.
Have a good day's travel at a good pace. Very quick one.
Through the jungle. Oh.
Healing word.
Healing word. Keep going. You make your way down, and you are all heading to the shore now?
Mm-hmm.
To the shore!
Are you looking at the travel pace?
Nope.
No, he's looking at spells.
You see the water bubbling around you.
So yes, I will.
Nope.
I will
I
explain.
was looking up Pass Without Trace and Longstrider to see if either of them would be helpful.
Could like double them up.
I think they're both concentration, but between the fact that you're all a caster of some sort.
I was gonna say, 'cause I totally got that past without a trace.
Yeah, but all it does is like,
It just makes you stealthy.
yeah.
It doesn't help you pass through difficult terrain. Does Longstrider help with passing through difficult terrain? No, it just speeds you
increases
up.
speed.
Yeah.
It just this just makes it we leave no
Yeah.
tracks.
Yeah, he was looking for something to help with moving through difficult terrain. Okay, your friends finally meet with you on shore, sir.
You see my amazing makeshift shelter?
Okay,
A dug hole with a lean-to.
I get out, classic, like kind of hold up the front end of my robe a little bit, kind of walking with the staff. I'll just keep walking and be like, we got a long trip ahead of us. I'll just right in, like bush
Hi,
whack,
Mizr, and but never stops.
I want breakfast? I shuffle some coconuts. There's some still. There might be a little bit more in here.
Crack.
You should eat, Jorell.
You hear from the tree line, no time, 40 miles, let's go.
Freedom of movement would work.
Was it
but it's a
anywhere
fourth level
near?
spell.
Was it anywhere near the end, the way that I found in?
Oh, well, he's just
but-
like as the crows flies, it's about 40 miles.
I
Oh, you
start
mean where he
tromping-
walks?
I start tromping in behind him, forgetting my other path.
Yeah, he walks straight in, so yeah, he doesn't.
But hey, looking over to Tristan. Okay.